I had a thing I could start with, but it's not very good.
It's not very good?
No, it's not very good.
Well, why would you want to start with
Well,
it?
it's just because it's something.
Okay.
You know?
All right, you say what you want to say while I open up the Discord.
Shaq sounds old. You know what I mean? You heard like an interview with Shaq recently?
No, I
Sounds
haven't.
tired.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm trying to
That's
think.
it. That's all I had to say. He just sounds like he's been through it.
You know,
Like,
you're not wrong. I haven't seen a lot of interviews with Shaq, but he's the one who does the Gold Bond commercials, right?
I think so, yeah. You see him in an interview and he's just like,
yeah, it's definitely
like you can barely
Shaq.
hear what he's saying.
Yeah, no, the way he's definitely got like a sort
Like
of
he
vibe
used
him.
to have like the coolest voice in the world, but like you add like too much rasp to that voice and it's just like he sounds tired.
I always felt
You
like
know?
he sounded like he was exhausted, like he was like
Just
going
like-
to pass out.
Right.
soon.
Just like under the weight of his own body.
Well,
just kind of like
he seems out of breath.
right. Well, because he's carrying around 10,000 pounds of
That's
man.
true. Yeah,
You know?
right?
And he's only getting weaker as he gets older.
No, he's not going to get stronger.
No, so it's just
Yeah.
going to become more and more difficult. I was, you know, when I was thinking about this earlier, I wasn't sure I was going to say it or not, because, like, what if there's actually something to this that could be very insensitive?
Uh-huh.
But I feel like I haven't seen him stand up since 2020. I feel like every time I see Shaq, he is on a couch. Like,
The things that you've seen with Shaq and them are post long COVID, is
Right.
what you're saying.
maybe. I feel like it's more likely that he just has that, like, insane, like, giantism disease where, like, you know, your bones become longer than they can, like, support under their own weight.
Right.
You know? Like, he has what Andre the Giant had.
Maybe.
Maybe.
If I were doing a movie and I like an animated movie, like a Pixar movie or something,
Right.
I would cast him to be the car that's breaking. I would
Yeah.
cast him to be the talking car
That's
that's
actually really
running out
good,
of gas.
Because that's kind of what he sounds like.
He sounds like a
He sounds like a rusty old pickup truck. Just fucking leave the old guy alone. Just like let him sit around in his mansion and stop making him hold knives.
Yeah.
Have I gotten mad about the Shaq knives on the podcast, or is that just something I,
don't
screamed
know.
at you about?
You did scream at me about it.
I
I
got
don't know if you've also talked about it on the podcast.
Fucking Shaq knife thing made me so mad.
It's not right. I agree
It's
with
fucking
you.
wrong. It's fucking wrong of them to do to him. Look at
Yeah.
him. He's so old. He's so tired.
Leave him alone.
Leave him alone. Stop
can't-
making him hold knives.
Right. You can't force him into your
You
world.
Fucking social media pressure a guy into holding a knife. It's wrong.
Yeah. No, I agree.
For those of you who are not abreast of the
Yeah,
Shaq knife situation,
breast.
with the Shaq knife situation is this fucking. I don't know. I'm gonna. You know what? No, I'll go say
I'm
it.
not abreast of the Shaq knife.
This fucking bullshit knife company on TikTok, a TikTok knife company. Just pause for a second and sit in how pathetic that sounds.
No. Next sentence,
TikTok
please.
knife
I
company.
can't. I do not want to sit in that.
Put out a series of TikToks with like this weird fucking crunchberry oops all berries energy where they were like we wanted to make a small knife, but the factory, they sent us these huge knives, these enormous knives. Look at this hilarious mistake where the factory sent us huge knives. First of all, fucking good job admitting that you don't make the knives yourself. Like,
True.
Right off the bat, just admitting that like this was an idea you had that you shipped off to some Chinese factory.
Yeah.
And now they're making the knives. And what the fuck do you even do?
And also admitting
But, like,
to incompetence.
Yeah, admitting to incompetence. Like, you're not
Yeah.
even good at making fake knives. You're not even good at contracting China to make knives for you.
Yeah.
But they made this video about, look at this huge knife, and like, oh man, wouldn't it be incredible? I just want to. This looks like a knife for Shaq. So many people have told us that it looks like a knife for Shaq. Unbitten. People assault me in my home, screaming at me, saying this knife is for Shaq. No one said the knife was for Shaq.
No, of course not.
Not a single person said the knife was for Shaq.
No.
You had the idea of a Shaq knife and worked from there.
Yeah.
And anyway, yeah, they kept making these videos basically bullying Shaq into like taking a picture of himself holding the Shaq knife. Just being like, oh god, like I can't wait. Just everyone message Shaq. Everyone message Shaq. Fucking dox Shaq. Fucking overwhelm Shaq with messages about holding our dumb fucking knife for free. For free, have him do it. And he fucking did it. It fucking worked. They fucking pressured Shaq. Yeah, he's so tired. They fucking pressured Shaq into fucking holding this knife.
Boss.
And he fucking sounds so miserable. He doesn't smile once in the video where he's holding the big knife.
I got the knife.
And you know what? That same company, I saw them like 4 months ago put out one video about how now they're doing a very small knife. And I haven't seen another video from them since. And good. I hope they went out of business.
Well, I mean, like,
I hope they fail. I hope no one ever buys another knife from them ever again, and I hope they hear this.
You know, it's interesting. That makes me wonder. This is such a small knife. This is a knife for a child.
This is
children.
Hold this knife, children.
Children keep telling me.
Send us pictures of your child holding this knife. This child's knife. I made a knife for your child.
This. Oh man, fuck. I'm trying to think of
Danny DeVito to hold this knife.
I was trying to thank you. I was trying to think of
welcome.
like a famously small person.
Right. Welcome everybody to Life in the World to Come.
Yeah. This is a podcast about surviving the apocalypse. You send us our questions about how to do it, and we tell you.
Welcome to our 100 episode extravaganza. Here's what I'm gonna do. The thing is that we hit 100 on the Apple Podcasts app. It says 100 after the last episode.
Right.
But there's a couple of those that like didn't count. There was like
kind of, yeah.
There was like the one where we did the commentary track for the movie.
True.
There was the Revelators. There's a handful of Chris Dunn won't go to therapy doesn't count. So like it's actually we're in the high 90s. So I figure if I just say that like the next couple of episodes are the 100 episode extravaganza, it will be right eventually.
Yeah, there's also some episodes that are missing from Apple Podcasts.
That's true, and it's unclear whether or not those count.
I have no idea where they are. I don't know whether or not they count. I don't know how many there are.
Right. So what we're now entering into is the Life in the World to Come. Approximately, this is the Life in the World to Come's 10-part centennial extravaganza.
That's great. I love that.
So this is like the next season, I guess, of the podcast.
I love that.
It's just all our 100 episode celebration.
No, that's it. The golden era is no more.
Right?
We're now in the centennial era.
That's pretty good, actually.
I think that's it.
We've entered the centennial era.
Welcome, everyone, to Life in the World to Come's Centennial Era. Life in the World to Come, Centurion Edition.
Centurion. I love that. I don't care if it's a real word.
I don't know what it means.
He's an incredible new character we're gonna come up with.
Hell yeah.
He's like our new mascot.
The Centurion?
Yeah. I mean, this doesn't really fit our vibe, but I imagine him as like an 80-foot tall robot. Just right off the bat.
That sounds like our vibe.
Yeah, I
can
guess
see
so.
an 80-foot tall robot.
But how is he apocalypse related?
Because it's an 80-foot tall robot.
Robot in the apocalypse,
Yeah.
right? Okay, good. It's like, right. I forgot you just kind of put him there.
Nothing's 80 feet tall
Right,
before the
it's not so
apocalypse.
much a genre as it is a setting. And
Yes.
you can just kind of put stuff in the setting.
And that's what we do here. We're psychic, and we answer your questions. And I'm Will Wood.
And I'm Christopher Dunn.
And we've been Will Wood and Christopher Dunn for 100
episodes.
100 episodes. And it'll be 100 episodes for quite some time.
It'll
now.
be for at least 100 episodes.
I think until the second, whatever the next era is,
right?
It will. Until now and then, it is currently our 100th
episode. Part 1.
Part 1. I mean, like I don't think golden era and like think it's that funny anymore. I feel like we've established it's been almost a year.
Yeah, no, it's been a year.
Almost.
Of just incredible success.
Mm-hmm.
And now that we've made our billions, now that we're finished with the golden era, that's the thing, is that this last era was about fucking hustling.
Yes.
It was about getting that bag.
Mm-hmm.
But now we've gotten the bag and it's time to rest on our laurels. That's the vibe moving on, is resting on laurels.
Right. Yes, exactly.
It's just kind of smug satisfaction.
The next 100 episodes are going to be the live action Disney remakes of Life in the World to Come.
Yeah, we just started telling a multiverse story. It's time.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
We're getting into it. I said the word multiverse. We have jumped the shark.
Listen, we can. We've been doing it for 100.
We've been doing it for 100 episodes. It's time.
Yeah,
it's time. We have this incredible ramp set up. I bought a motorcycle.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
I made a deal with a guy at an aquarium.
Yep.
Off the books.
Yep.
That it's just a matter of fucking climbing on that bitch and fucking rev and go.
You're gonna kill it. You're gonna clear that shark easy peasy.
I mean, worst case scenario, I fucking crush that thing with a motorcycle.
That's
and that's
true.
also pretty sick as hell.
That's
kind of,
you know, when you think about it,
That'd be
the
almost
Fonz was
better.
not in danger.
Yeah, no, he was still on a motorcycle.
Like, I mean, like the worst. I mean, he might have hurt himself in the crash, but like he would have killed the shark.
Yeah, with a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He crashed
hit
into
the shark with a motorcycle.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how big of a pool he was jumping over, so maybe, but like,
I mean, like that shark was in danger too.
Yeah.
I mean,
he can control electricity with his elbow.
That's true.
So
it's like he know this guy knows what he's doing.
It would be he's
I
like
think what we're saying is a much cooler stunt is instead of having the ramp kind of shoot you across the pool, just to have it kind of launch you like 90 degrees straight up in the air, and then the trick is just like how many flips you can do before inevitably hitting and killing the shark.
Right. Yes. Exactly.
I think that would have been a cooler stunt for Fonzie to do.
Just
explodes into blood.
Just upward into the air.
Yes, exactly.
And then just I'm picturing you doing this still. Just you rotating, you flipping and flipping in the air like remember Line Rider?
Yes. Yeah.
That's what I'm picturing.
Yeah, like when you catch Line Rider on like a tiny little dot and he just kind of like flips a lot.
and just eventually like shooting back down, and I'm picturing a kiddie pool with a shark in it.
Yeah, there's just so much blood,
and just
it's
crashing,
just an explosion of blood. The camera is painted red.
Yes,
it transitions into a red screen.
Yes, oh my!
And
God.
I emerged triumphant, unharmed.
You
somehow
killed the shark with your motorcycle.
Well, I bailed at the last second. Exactly. I've been practicing this in my fucking backyard for months.
You didn't even.
I didn't even touch
off.
water. No.
Yeah, no. You jumped off the motorcycle after like your third or fourth flip.
Right. No, actually, I bail at the apex of the jump and then unleash my parachute. And then
really, this is more of just you've used the motorcycle as a projectile.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm just killing a shark. Is
Right.
what's happening here. I'm just killing a shark in the sickest way I can think of.
And you know what? That's really what we're doing here too.
Right. We're just
If we
thinking of
apply
the most creative possible way to kill a shark.
Exactly. No, what I mean is like if we think about the metaphor of jumping a shark, we're not here to jump the shark in the Centennial Era. We're here to kill the shark.
We're gonna fucking kill that shark.
There's gonna be no shark to jump.
We're gonna emerge in our leather jacket from that kiddie pool in a bloody mess, and no one's gonna be sure where Happy Days is going from here on out.
Exactly, but they're gonna want to stay tuned.
Exactly, you're gonna be looking. This is a wild new direction for Happy Days.
Yeah, I want to see what happens
it's
next.
Like, what now? What?
Yeah,
you know,
exactly. We're killing the shark.
We're gonna destroy. Yeah,
it's not. We're gonna come out the other end, a Centurion style.
Right. We're gonna fucking descend into that bloody pool of shark guts and emerge an 80-foot tall robot.
Exactly. I need to look up what Centurion means.
This is how Happy Days should end.
A century is 100 soldiers. Okay. Yeah.
So
we're powerful military officers.
We're gonna become a big robot who commands men.
100 of them.
100 men.
Yes.
Big robot.
I don't know why 100 is very fucking amazing.
It is. It's just
I think because it's like it's a lot, but like it's not that many.
Right.
It's like
I feel like still like your advantage is still coming from the big robot.
Yes,
for sure. Like I still feel like I still feel like 100 men is not adding a lot to a big robot.
No,
you know. I feel like a big sword would be better for the big robot.
Yeah.
If I was a big robot and could choose between having 100 men or a big sword, I would choose the big sword.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, 80 feet tall. Nothing's fucking with that robot.
Yeah. You're made of titanium.
You could have 200 men coming at that robot. It wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
You know? But we're still gonna do that. We're still gonna have the 100 men, but we're also gonna have
still
a sword.
gonna have them. But we're just gonna as kind of like a vanity thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's 100 men in. We're gonna have 100 men in our entourage.
Right.
You know.
Yes. Exactly.
Hey, what the fuck are we talking about?
We're talking
in what
about
context will we have 100 men in our entourage?
in our golden Centurion entourage.
Right.
That's that. We're just
We're
describing
gonna
how
live
famous
inside
we
of
are.
a big robot with 100
Yes.
cool guys.
Exactly.
We're gonna have 100
Yes.
awesome roommates in this big robot we live in.
Which is why I didn't sign the lease this go
exactly.
around. We're
'Cause
moving.
We're gonna live in a sick robot.
Yep, we're gonna live in a robot, and it's gonna be starting with this new season. Say goodbye to the golden era, everyone. It's time for the Centurion Era.
I don't know what this says about me, but I was like, I had a real moment for a second. I was like, that would be fucking sick, dude. Just live in a huge robot with all your bros.
That would be pretty sick.
It'd be pretty sick. Fucking fly around in space.
Fuck yeah, dude. Do you want to answer some questions?
Let's get into it. I think it's time.
7777777 says, "Dear Chris and Will, what will the world to come entail in terms of disease? Will our immune systems be able to fight off disease on their own, or are there going to be post-apocalyptic medicines we need? Thank you in advance. 7777777."
I personally kind of imagine it like that one Simpsons episode where Mr. Smithers goes to the doctor and it turns out that he has like every disease imaginable, but they're all kind of just like balancing they're like fighting each other inside of his body, and it just kind of balances out.
100 episodes.
100 episodes.
This is are we doing a clip show right now for our 100th episode special? Because we've definitely answered this question, and you used that example.
Say that exact same thing
for sure.
All right,
like 99,000%. Like, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm insane, but I feel like we've had this, and I feel like I've also had the thought where I pictured an amoeba with a cowboy hat and the gun with a little holster in it.
That also
that's
sounds
like man-sized.
familiar.
Yeah,
I don't know, Will. Have we ever had this conversation before? And then we put the clip in.
Yeah.
And then we can just kind of like smoke weed for like the next 10 minutes or something while the clip's playing. We can go smoke a cigarette and then
all right,
come back to
Well, I have to pee anyway. So I'm going to take a quick pee break while this clip plays.
This fucking clip.
If you want to, yeah.
You can pause it. I'm not going to have...
Those sure were the days, huh? What a crazy time that was. We're always getting into such kinds of such hijinks.
These crazy kooky adventures we've been getting on for these past 100 years.
100 years,
100 years.
Can you believe
that back at the turn of the century, I had just finished panning for gold down at the Yukon,
and I had just finished inventing cars.
And you were finished inventing cars. And we both faked our own deaths and spent and reinvented ourselves.
Yep,
pretending to be 30-year-olds
and not the Wright brothers,
and not actually the Wright brothers,
and
disguise,
also the inventor
and
of
also
cars.
Henry Ford,
and also well, that's where we got the money to invent airplanes and cars with. Right. Was when you were panning for gold, and you struck an incredible vein of Bitcoin.
Right.
You had discovered Bitcoin while you were panning for gold, and that's why. I don't know why that cracks me up so much. What in tarnation? I'm rich.
There's like a server in the middle of a river. And it's running so hot. It's like it's fucking cranking out them coins.
Oh, I love that. Also, we were gold barons. I mean, oil barons too.
Hell yeah, I love that. That's a sick energy.
And pimps.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah.
We didn't even need to be. We were already oil barons. It wasn't about the money.
No. It was just we thought it would be cool to do.
We just thought it would be cool.
And
we saw those cool hats, and we were like, can we wear those as oil guys? And I don't think we can't.
I was like...
get into the sex trade.
Yeah, because
For
I was
these
like,
hats.
I was fucking sick and tired of wearing a 10-gallon hat.
Right.
They're so tall.
They're so heavy.
Yeah, they filled. They were 10 gallons.
The pimp hats are much shorter and they're covered in velvet.
Right,
You know?
exactly.
It's much more comfortable.
And
on
I
the
like a
ears.
wide brim.
Right.
Sorry. And I like cheetah print and the color purple.
Yeah.
And
look, I had my secretary take care of most of the business matters, so I don't know quite what we did.
no, me neither.
No,
I don't know what a pimp
But
does.
the outfits were incredible.
I know I like what pimps do, like what they look like. I don't know what they do professionally.
No.
I assume it's like being a mime.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
It's a form of performance art.
I think so. Because
It
the
kinda
costume
feels like it.
I mean,
Honestly, if I didn't know what a pimp is and I had to guess, I feel like just like if someone just like showed me a picture of a pimp and I had to figure out what it was.
yeah, I would say that's some kind of New Orleans originated performance art.
Hey, why do these criminals have an incredibly easy to identify uniform? Why do they all dress like that? Like,
You know, I don't know if pimps do dress like that.
I guess they probably don't. I guess it's just movies that
that
do
might be like, it might have been that they dressed like that like in the 70s,
right.
but
I've
never seen somebody dressed like that before.
Yeah, I don't think pimps are fun anymore.
Mm.
And not that they ever were, but they're definitely trying less hard to be.
No, I think some of them are like Andrew Tate.
Right. Yeah.
So,
that's
like,
what that looks like.
I think
now.
some of them are just monsters.
Right.
I don't know for sure. Let's not talk about the politics of sex work.
No, I don't think
I
it's
don't
probably
think
the
that's,
wrong move.
That's not.
The point is, we got these cool hats on.
Yeah, because we didn't know,
And we're making a lot of money from business we don't understand, and we're really enjoying it.
exactly.
I got this chain. I got this fucking Lamborghini.
I've got like 10 rings on each hand
Yeah.
and a big clock.
Again, what the fuck are we talking about? Totally different thing, but
no
I don't
idea.
know. I don't know how we got here. Why are we pimps? What? What do we do? All right, let's get into questions.
I'm losing my mind. I have no idea.
Let's get into
Oh,
questions.
clip show.
Right.
Yeah, we're doing a clip show.
Right.
So we had to-
It's weird that explained it. I still had to connect a lot of dots in my
Yeah.
mind, but it was enough that I could do it. Once you said clip show.
Yeah, it was because clip show.
All right, let's find a question. Did we do a question just now? I didn't.
No, because the
Okay.
question was one that we'd already answered before.
Right,
and that's
right,
why
right,
we
right,
launched
right,
into a clip show.
Okay.
Special little dub in the
Yeah,
Discord
you
server.
just take over. Save me.
Special
My
little
standards
dub
are too high.
in the Discord server asks, my thumb's been kind of hurting me. How can I get more and better fingers? I would say that a good first step when you're trying to get more and better of anything is stealing.
That's a good start. Yeah,
Stealing is always good.
that's a good start.
You know, if you don't have something and somebody else does, you have that thing.
You could just like go around and take people's thumbs.
Pop them off.
I want to be very specific. Like let's get specific here. This person didn't say how can I get new thumbs and have them on my body.
No.
They only asked how to get thumbs.
How to get more and better fingers.
Right, and exactly. I feel like they already know the answer. I think they're just looking for permission.
I think so.
I think they're just looking for someone to pat them on the back and be like, "Fucking take those thumbs."
And the answer is you don't need our permission.
you don't need their permission. You
It's
know
the
what you want to do.
apocalypse.
You're already going to do it.
You could.
You could also here different direction. Just like this is the thing. You have to play the long game here, right?
Yeah.
You know, because like evolution doesn't happen overnight, except for when it does. But most of the time, it doesn't.
Yeah.
So like, what you got to do is like stop using your thumbs.
Mm-hmm.
You want to start picking stuff up with just kind of like the ball of your hand and your palm together.
Yes.
And that's not going to help you now.
Mm-hmm.
But in like I don't know, like fucking 600,000 years,
Right.
eventually your progeny will have like a little nubbin right there.
That's
They'll
a
have
good
the
point.
beginnings of a second thumb.
Yeah.
You know, because that method of picking stuff up will become a part of your culture, and people will start breeding selectively for it. Who's the best at being able to pick stuff up with kind of like the ball of their hand?
Right.
And eventually, over countless generations, that's going to kind of calcify into just another little thumb coming out, and you won't be able to enjoy that thumb.
Great, because
But,
you'll be
you know, your
dead for tens of thousands of years.
You'll be long dead, but your great grandchildren
Mm-hmm.
will be able to do that, I guess,
That's
if that's
fine.
something that you want.
That's that you could do that,
You
or
gotta just do that and start a whole culture around it.
well, you could also speed up the process a bit.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, I'm listening.
Like if you start a village,
Right.
Does a founder found things?
I guess. Yeah.
I don't like that because it's
Yeah.
the past tense of find.
It does. It is a little confusing, but I would have known what you meant.
If you finded,
If you find it a village.
finded a village,
Yes.
where it was illegal to use your thumbs,
Right.
and power and kept in the center of a village an enormous radioactive ore.
This is actually very. Okay, I do know where you're going with
Okay.
this. But we do have to be specific here.
Yes.
You don't want to make the mistake of outlawing the use of thumbs.
Okay.
You know, you have to be able to use your thumbs and make it very important that they also be able to pick stuff up with the ball of their hand.
Okay.
Because if you completely outlaw the use of thumbs, as the second thumb grows, the original thumb will atrophy, and you've come full circle.
That's true.
You started where you're right back where you started.
It's replaced thumbs. With
Now
a
you
worse
just have
thumb.
like a weird thumb.
Right.
All
Right.
you've accomplished is ruining the human hand.
And you want more and better.
You want more and better fingers,
not just a different one.
No, exactly.
Right. That's a good point.
But yeah, so you can put the big oar in the middle, and then that helps.
Yes.
Yeah.
And just have everybody massage the ore for a few hours of every day, and then go have sex.
Right.
And
You
that
could
way,
you could just kind of get all up in the oar's business, and then just like when people start kind of growing tumors and such, be like, "That's a thumb."
that's
You know?
I guess
A
so.
thumb? What's a thumb? You know, a thumb is in the eye of the beholder.
That's so true.
Like anything can be a thumb. Big old lump on your hand. That's a thumb.
You know, I think an important question is how do you define a better finger?
That's an excellent question.
You know, what is better?
Yeah, exactly.
Better suited for, I'll tell you this, different mutations that you may stumble across throughout the wasteland or in this village that you finded.
Yes.
You are going to benefit you in different ways. If you have an ugly little nubbin,
Yeah.
people are going to be afraid of being slapped by you because
true.
your hand's going to be all fucked up looking.
It's like a little. It's also like a little front knuckle.
Yeah,
You know?
front knuckle.
Yeah, that's what they call it. That's what they call it in the fucking hundreds of thousands of years that exist between when you first start this and when you get the second thumb. Most of the time, it's just called a front knuckle.
That's good. I
You know?
like that a lot.
And after like 500,000 years or something,
Right. So, you know, maybe your mutations just lead to a front knuckle, but that has its benefits. Maybe your mutations will lead to like full-blown polydactyly, and then you could do all kinds of shit with that. Like you could play piano really well, like the guy from Gattaca.
Yeah, dude.
You know? And like those are two very different uses, but they're both better than not having a finger there.
I would agree.
More fingers is better fingers.
Yeah.
Even if they're bad fingers.
Right.
Bad finger's still good finger if you don't have that finger before. Think about a guy with no hands. If you give him a shitty hand, that's a better hand.
Yeah. I'm following.
And
you
since
here.
you lack more fingers than you currently have, that's like not having a hand and then getting a shitty
you're
hand.
fucking throwing, you're leaving
better than
thumbs
hands.
on the table.
Exactly.
You know,
A thumb saved is a thumb earned. Thumbs are fungible.
Yeah.
If you don't have any thumbs that you don't have are thumbs that you lack. You don't have enough. You can't be picky. Take whatever fingers you can get.
One man's disgusting nubby little thumb is another man's thumb. You know?
You know, I think it's important, you know, to keep in mind that there's a lot of different ways to go about solving problems in the world to come. If your thumb's been hurting you and you want more and better fingers,
Yeah.
you could sew some other people's fingers to your hands. You could stick them in a radioactive lake and just hope. You could, you know, selectively breed. But regardless of which method you go with, just be careful that you don't get too many fingers.
Yeah.
Because there is such a thing as too many fingers.
Right.
So eventually your hand's just going to be a big ball of fingers.
There's such a thing as too many fingers. And I would say it's somewhere around like 7,000. You know? I would say that that's probably too many.
Yeah, once your entire body is covered with fingers,
that's too
you
many.
don't want any
You
more.
want to maybe backtrack a little bit. from
Maybe, yeah.
there, you know, that's too much.
You want like some parts of your body to
Needs
not be covered in
in
fingers.
Yeah.
Like your penis and balls.
Well, I don't know.
You're right. That's a good
But
point.
you could do some stuff with that.
Yeah,
You
know what? That's
Just
actually
some
that's the worst.
interesting stuff.
All right, what part of your body do you think you shouldn't want fingers on?
That's an excellent question.
Your
man.
eyes.
Just like the inside of your jugular.
That's
You know, just like a finger in your neck pressing down on your jugular probably would be bad.
You don't want like a throat full of fingers.
No.
Because then you're not going to be able to eat or breathe
You want
right.
these fingers to be external.
Yes,
Ideally.
that's yeah.
You know,
Write that down, Doug.
you know,
Keep
any
your fingers on the
internal
outside.
fingers are wasted.
That's
what do you
true.
even do with that?
I don't know.
I don't know. You could tickle your heart.
That's not good. You don't want that.
I don't know. Maybe it could be cute.
Maybe it'll make it sneeze.
Yeah, maybe your heart will sneeze.
And that'll make you powerful.
It make you so strong.
You give yourself a little flick in the heart, like a jockey cracking a whip on a horse.
Right? Yeah.
If
Make you
could
run faster. Be kind of cool, I guess.
You know what? I think I take it back. You don't want all your fingers external. Keep some in your rib
fingers.
cage so you can flick your heart.
But even then, I feel look. I feel like we're this still might not be the right way to go about this, right?
Okay.
Because if you think about it, thumbs are a prison.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, sure.
So why shackle yourself to things that are from the past?
That's true.
I think that you need to figure out how to move beyond the need for thumbs. You know, why do you want more and better thumbs?
Because you're not telekinetic.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Learn how to move stuff with your brains and then cut off your hands.
You
You
don't
don't need them anymore.
You don't need fingers.
Be a waste of space on your body. That's the thing. Exactly. There's two different ways that you could go with this. You could be a maximalist or a minimalist. You know, if you want to go crazy, then as many thumbs as you can. But you know, it's also good if you can to pare things down, streamline, become a floating brain if that's available to you.
I think that's a really good point because here's the thing. Your body is a burden. You have to feed it, shelter it, clothe it, keep it comfortable and safe. If you just cut your own head off and have telekinesis,
yeah, dude.
you can just pass air into your bloodstream and pump your blood yourself.
Right.
You don't need a heart. You don't need lungs. You don't need any of that.
Just concentrate until you become a concept.
Yeah.
Just kind of like like if you could just sort of like stop being like a literal thing and just kind of become like a pattern of ideas. Just sort of like a notion that exists within the minds of all human beings.
Right.
You know?
Then you're more powerful than ever before.
Like, don't be Josh. Be the idea of Josh.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you won't even need thumbs.
Yeah.
I feel like
I've done enough acid to be able to picture what you're saying.
Yeah, right.
Now.
I feel like I answer a lot of these questions with become God.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
like that's never a bad idea.
It's never wrong to do.
100 episodes. Eventually you're going to say become God again.
You know?
Become a concept. I bet you've said become a concept before. You know? Get telekinesis, become God, become a concept.
Yeah. Become a cool spring breeze.
That's cool. I like
You know?
that. You interrupted my. Can we do
Oh,
that
you're-
again?
we're-
Or we have to. I want to cut to a clip.
We're cutting to a clip now.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I was doing the little sound and everything.
Right.
I
Sorry.
was doing like a. All right. All right. All right.
Oh, that was a fast one.
Well, we'll put the clip in post.
Quick clip.
We'll put the clip in post.
Well, yeah, but we waited for the last one, which
Well,
implies
'cause I
that
just
like
had to
all of
pee
these
and get
clips
it.
are gonna. Well, no.
Okay.
No, all of these clips have to be the exact length of the time that we stopped.
Oh shit.
You know, we have to find a 10-minute clip of me referencing whatever the fuck we were referencing back then.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we'll have to find a 1-second clip of me referencing whatever we were referencing just now.
I mean, I'm sure there's like we could literally just find any clip of you saying "Become God"
Yeah.
and just slap it in there real
Right.
fast.
Or I could just put a bunch of fart noises. I think that would be pretty funny.
That would be
also.
actually way funnier.
That's what I'm gonna do because I'm not gonna do the other thing. So, regardless of whether it's better, it's what they're getting.
You mean to tell me you're not going to go through every episode we've
of the
recorded
podcast? No,
And-
I don't think I am.
and listen to all of them for
No.
the Centurion event? You're not going to do that?
Nah, it's Thanksgiving soon. I'm gonna fucking crank this thing out and then eat a bunch of fucking turkey.
That's fair. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair.
And besides, again, this is just part 1. You know, it's gonna slowly build in pomp and circumstance with every episode.
True.
You know, until we're performing this at the fucking at fucking Madison Square Garden.
Oh man, I can't wait till we play MSG.
It's gonna be so good.
Should we mention that we're playing MSG?
Let's do it.
Okay.
I forgot to text
my booking agent.
It might be Madison Square Garden. I mean, this is the thing is like we do actually need, if we're gonna formally announce it, we do actually need the information, because otherwise we just do the thing that we already did, which is just kind of imply that there will eventually be a show at some point at some time. All right. Will's texting his booking agent, and then we're just gonna kind of sit in silence until he gets back to us.
Yeah. What were you talking about, though? Were you? I wasn't paying attention.
What was I talking? I don't remember.
So MSG, was that? We're
gonna perform at Madison Square Garden,
right? The thing I was texting my booking agent about was not the podcast, though.
Right, that's true. It's a different thing.
I don't know if tickets are on sale by the time you're listening to this. The tickets are on sale. By the time you listen to this, tickets are on sale. We're
just gonna do it. Let's just do it.
I'm willing to commit to that.
From now, basically.
Yeah,
that's plenty of time to get stuff put together. Yeah.
Okay. So tickets are now on sale for Chris and I doing another screening event.
We're gonna be performing at the
Information available in episode description. Information available in episode description. Information available in episode description.
And
so get. And
information available in episode. Information available
on. So go to
Baba Booey
and get your tickets before they sell out.
Right. That's gonna be great for the Uncharismatic Edition. It's gonna be really fun. It's gonna be a cute little thing for them.
Are you actually gonna plug the information in?
I might. I don't know.
That would be
it might
pretty
be
fucking
funnier
funny.
if I don't.
But we're doing screenings of our movie, The Real Will Wood, and we're gonna do the Q&A and the meet and greet and everything, just like we did back in August, which was a real rip snorting good time. And
my money from the last one is just starting to run out, and it's time to fucking reload, baby.
That's
fucking
right, baby.
Stop off for gas. We're gonna fill up the tank,
and we're gonna shake your hand and kiss your baby.
I'm gonna kiss your baby, whether you want me to or not.
I'm gonna kiss your hand and shake your baby.
I'm gonna come to your you won't even have to bring your baby. I'll find it. You can try hide your baby from me. It won't work.
Here's the thing.
I'll fucking sniff that thing out, no matter where it is. Give it a big old kiss on the head.
Well, don't worry, Chris, because
I'm gonna be crying.
I'm gonna help you.
It's not gonna know where it is.
I'm gonna help you out. We're gonna make sure that there's a rule,
right?
That if you have children, you have to bring them.
Right. You have to bring your kids.
That's like
so
part
I can
of
kiss them, and then they have to wait in the car.
If you have a baby,
child a big smooch on the forehead, and then you lock them in a hot car. Or rather in a freezing cold car, because it's going to be the middle of January.
Yeah.
In like Pittsburgh.
Maybe.
So, like,
I think Pittsburgh.
I think you mentioned Pittsburgh, maybe.
I think it's Pittsburgh, and I think it's D.C.
Right, which are very cold in January.
Yes.
And
very far away from each other.
That's where your kid's going to fucking wait in the car.
Yep. And your kid's gonna freeze to death.
And but he's gonna fucking go right up to those pearly gates with my fucking lipstick still on his forehead.
And Chris is gonna wear a lipstick.
I'm gonna wear a lipstick just for this.
And
and I'm gonna reapply it before every kiss.
Well, because you want to make sure that like that their bodies are marked for God.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
That's a blessing.
Yeah. Because this is a sacrifice type situation
for God.
Yeah. For God.
Yeah.
And for me.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Yeah,
I do get physically stronger every time one of them dies.
Well, because you eat part of their soul.
Yeah, I'm getting stronger for God.
So that you can be a more powerful soldier in his Centurion army.
So I can kill people for him.
Exactly.
So
that you can keep kissing people to death.
Right.
You keep kissing people
in
ways
that I see. I kiss them, and then they freeze to death, and then I get stronger, and so then I can kill people with my bare hands.
Okay, yeah.
There's a lot of death involved.
Right.
The death I'm going to,
but the kiss doesn't actually lead to their death.
No.
This isn't a kiss
those
of
are
death.
separate deaths from the deaths I'm going to do.
You're right. Yeah. Okay, but
those kids died for me.
Yes.
These other kids that I'm going to kill. That's just for me. That's just because I kind of want to do it.
We're also, I think it's also important that we get the good PR out of that.
Right.
You know, that's why we have you bring your babies.
Yeah.
Is so that we can get a good photo with your baby and prove that we smooched your baby before it died.
Right. Yeah.
Because then prove that your baby died when you post about it.
Right.
Prove
exactly.
it. You can't prove your baby's dead.
Yeah.
You can't prove your baby's dead.
You try to say that I killed that baby. Look, I got all these pictures of me kissing babies. Clearly, this guy loves babies. He never heard a baby.
He kissed the baby.
He kissed the baby.
He loved your baby.
He loves the baby.
It's disgusting that you would accuse him of such a thing.
How dare you?
We aren't responsible for your baby dying.
And I'm just jacked as hell.
Yeah.
Fucking shredded.
Because you've eaten all these baby souls.
Baby souls I've been fucking snacking down on. I'm fucking 8 feet tall. I have devil horns. I'm glowing.
Nice. Fuck yeah. I love it.
Hey, babes.
What's up?
I've been really lonely lately, and I don't have friends. So let's get a little personal. In the world to come, who's going to be my best friend? I don't care about anyone else's bestie. I want to know about mine. Yes, I'm self-centered. Deal with it, bitch. I'm just kidding. I love you guys. Please don't kill me.
Gordon Gorbellino.
Corbin Gorbellino.
Corbin G. Gorbellino. And the middle G stands for Gorbin.
He's going to spend a lot of time asking you for cash.
Yeah.
That's kind of like, it's honestly sort of the crux of your relationship.
Yep.
He just kind of Kramer style bursts into your apartment.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of having some kind of like fun off-kilter take, he just kind of asks you for $15. He like tells you a lie about his car.
He just needs $15 to get where he needs to go.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's always like 50. It's weird, right? Because like sometimes
15.
you're like, is this like a drug thing? But like, it's never an amount of money where you're like, oh, he's gonna buy drugs with this.
No, it's always $15.
It's always exactly $15.
There are no amounts of drugs you can buy for $15.
Yeah.
Maybe
like a little weed, but like
not really. You usually have to get like a dub, and I feel like that's got to be like $20 at least, right?
It just again, it feels like if he was like, it just feels it's a weird amount of consistency.
Yeah,
the number is always the same because that's the thing. If you're buying weed, you're just getting a dime bag, right?
Yeah.
You know? So like you sell it. Why 15? Why not just ask for 10?
Right. Well, exactly.
I mean, maybe he's saving them up, but he doesn't feel like that kind of guy.
No.
And again, he's not a great friend, but you're not going to have a lot of options.
No.
So like he's just kind of who's around.
And sometimes you're just going to have to be like, Gorbellino, gee whiz, dude. I can't give you $15 right now.
I don't have
$15.
I don't have $15. Money doesn't exist anymore. We no longer use it as a system for exchanging goods and services. When you say, "Give me, can I have $15?" I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Corbin.
And he's gonna try and explain to you what that is.
He's gonna try to explain economics to you.
Yep, and then you're gonna be stuck in a conversation with him, which is why you just want to just give him the $15.
Just give him the $15.
Which I know what you're saying. You're thinking, but you just told me I won't know what $15 is. You'll figure something out.
You'll figure something out. You'll give him 15 of something.
Something.
You know. It's a weird. It's almost kind of like a sort. He almost. It seems like kind of like an Irish pagan deity, like some kind of fey creature, where it's less about actually giving him $15 and more just like 15 of something,
right?
And then he'll stop bothering you.
Well, because the value isn't in the bucks; it's in the number 15.
Right. Exactly.
Gorbellino is the spirit of the number 15.
Right.
And he needs 15 of something every day. From his closest personal friend.
Right.
And that's going to be you.
It's going to be you just because there's not that many people who live in the hole that you live in.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a small hole.
It's a small hole, and he was there when you got there.
There's like 2 apartments and a duplex in that hole, and
right,
that's
exactly. Yeah.
And so it's kind of like
there's like one other guy, and he's like mean. He like doesn't talk to people.
Yeah, GGG is going to basically be your roommate.
Right, yeah.
And Calavar P breath.
He's gonna sleep on your couch and he's gonna drink all your milk. he's gonna constantly be asking you for $15. He's just
and because you keep telling him whatever you give him is dollars,
right?
Because you need to get it in your head. You just need to give him 15 of something. It might be worth trying sometime acknowledging that what you have isn't dollars. So being like, I don't have $15. But I do have 15 gold doubloons, even if it's just like, urinal cakes.
Right.
And then he'd be like, oh, okay, that'll do. Otherwise, he's going to start confusing everything for dollars.
That's true.
And while you want to have some control over what he sees as being $1,
Yeah, because he'll just start asking for whatever.
he'll start asking for guns and bombs,
Sexual favors.
yeah, 15 blowjobs.
Right, exactly.
You never say this is $1 while sucking his dick.
Yeah, no, you don't want to confuse him. You want to get that locked into his head.
No,
because
because
get it back
you're going
out.
to find yourself giving him 15 smooches on the cock.
Right.
And that's not what you want.
And he keeps saying he's going to pay you back, but you just kind of get the impression that he won't.
Because he won't.
Well, what else is that you do it for 15 years? He does pay you back
Right.
by
But-
turning into gold.
Right, well, because
He turns into solid gold.
You need to do him 15 favors every
Every
15 days
yeah.
for 15 years, and then you will receive $15 million worth of gold.
Yeah.
But you have to tolerate it for 15 years.
And that's what friendships are going to be like in the world to come, which is kind
Yeah.
of a bummer.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
very it's less of a friendship and more of a guy you put up with on the promise that he will one day turn into gold. Like,
There's too many people in my life like that.
Ooh, this one's fun. Dear Chris and Will there be any more types of love languages in the world to come?
Spanish.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm just doing the calculus. I'm just seeing if there's an angle that
No.
I can do. Okay, good.
No, there isn't.
Like, I was like,
nothing there. I'm sorry. Something just came out of my mouth, and I should have stopped it. I should have taken one beat to maybe come up with something else.
there's only one love language, and it's French.
Yeah, I was
The
considering
language
that
of
one
love.
too. Yeah,
I feel like that would have been the one to go, because then we could have gone down that direction.
that
with
would.
it.
Yeah,
And that would have been.
but you know what? I think we've made a number of jokes about the French language already.
Have we? Now, quick pee.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a good idea. I'll pee while
now we're
while
doing.
we
Well, now I fabricate a bit we did about the French language. I create a fake bit.
we definitely have jokes about that.
Yeah, somewhere.
All right.
So love languages. How are you gonna?
All right, sorry.
All right, back to.
We sure had some crazy times back when we talked about French people.
All right.
All right.
Yeah,
sorry.
we just showed like a.
a montage.
Yeah, just
Of
like a
us
montage
criticizing
of
the
like
French.
of I was just gonna do just like random like violent clips from Mel Gibson movies. I think. Just like
Okay. That's pretty good.
just do the
Yeah.
that would be really no. I mean we can't do that, but if just like every time we cut, it's just a different clip from like the Mel Gibson voicemail. Like, it's just- So love languages.
Yeah.
How are you gonna non-verbally show your special someone that you care about them?
Sex.
It's so yeah, dude. Actually, yeah. You know what? Yeah. No, for sure. Because like again, it's gonna be like fucking give it 1,000 years. No one will know what regular language is. You
That's
know?
true.
It's just gonna be kind of grunts and meaningful eye contact. So like, how do you show your partner you love him? You just fucking fuck the shit out of him, dude. Just fucking go to town. Just do what comes natural, baby.
Okay.
Just fucking get the hell in there.
I mean, that's already
You
kind of
know?
a love language that a lot of people speak. Is
yeah, just
physical
like more
touch.
people are gonna speak it.
Everybody's going to speak it.
Exactly, because again, you won't be able to say the words "I love you" to your special someone because you won't know what that means.
You're only going to be able to go, ugh,
Yeah,
and have an
exactly.
erection.
And that might be pretty sexy, you know. But like, let's fucking do the whole thing. The love language of the future is just straight up fucking sex. Our next question, is that good enough?
Yeah, I don't
it's
know.
Like, I don't know. Man.
I got a lot of blah, 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 blah.
Are we doing on time? A lot of it has been you peeing, but like,
We still got a while before we've like finished like recording a sufficient amount for an episode. I think we're 74 minutes in.
Yeah,
so
okay,
that's
we
usually
need
like
to do a little
15
bit
minutes
more.
early for what we usually do.
all right. Do you have anything funny to say about the love language stuff? I mean, the obvious answer is violence, but we've probably done that a million times in a million ways.
You know what?
Mel Gibson being racist. And
Right. Wow, we sure have had some crazy times. A lot of fond memories, you know?
Hi, boys.
Hi, boys.
What will tattoos be like in the world to come? Will there be any benefits or disadvantages to having tattoos?
Memento-style stuff.
Cool. We've definitely talked about taking notes on your body with tattoos in order to remember things.
You fucking
Yeah.
just angry anti-Semitic screaming and then okay.
Boy, crazy journey we've had.
I
all
guess
the way
we've run out of jokes.
It's been a crazy 100 episodes.
It sure has been wild.
It's
everyone.
been a crazy century. What an adventure.
What an adventure.
What a wacky,
beautiful journey.
zany time we've had.
Find another question.
And we can answer something about tattoos. I'm just saying the thing about
All right, well,
taking notes
do you
with
have
it.
anything to say about it?
Yeah, you're gonna get a tattoo, and that's gonna describe you.
Yeah, dude.
It's gonna define you. You know, people be like, "Well, you know, my tattoos don't define me." They will define you.
They will, yeah.
Yeah, you'll get a tattoo of an
Someone
eagle.
else is gonna give you it. Like you're gonna go in being like, I want a sick eagle on my chest, and the tattoo artist will be like, well, we'll see if you deserve one.
Yeah,
we'll see if you live up to it.
Yeah,
you have to bring your resume to a tattoo artist.
Mm-hmm. And then how much pain you're visibly in while getting it will change what the tattoo artist decides to do with you, because that'll decide whether or not you have the heart of an eagle.
Right, exactly.
And if you do have the heart of an eagle and don't so much as wince while getting your sick giant eagle chest piece, you'll turn into an eagle.
Exactly.
Because your tattoo will define you.
It's a matter of perception.
Yes.
Because of that, because the tattoo is just the final seal of the ritual.
Yes.
It's basically you've spent like 11 years in a monastery in the mountains surrounded by monks, just kind of convincing yourself you're a bird, just kind of getting into that bird brain kind of space, eating food off the ground without using your hands,
right,
just kind of jumping off high stuff. And the trick is just you're going to believe it so hard you're going to become a beautiful bird.
It does happen.
It does happen. It's the secret is real.
Yeah.
You know? You just gotta manifest being a bird.
Rhonda Byrne doesn't even know that you could be a bird.
You could be a bird if you really try.
If you
if you want it enough and you like commit to it and you kind of and you put the work in every day.
Yeah,
you know,
and you practice an attitude of gratitude.
You go out there, you achieve your goals.
You go out. You wake up in the morning, you plant your feet on the floor, and you think to yourself, "I'm so glad that I'm a bird."
And then you literally will be.
You will eventually become one.
You're gonna wake up one day and you're gonna be like, "God damn!"
And that's the point of tattoo artists in the world to come.
Right?
Is they're about affirmations. They're the last step in a transformation.
Yeah. You get that beautiful tattoo on your chest, you turn to a bird, and that bird dies of ink poisoning. And there's a beautiful funeral that all your friends come to.
Exactly.
You know?
That's like and don't get us quit.
You can tattoo a bird and die.
What?
If you tattooed a bird, it would die.
I don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't think so.
I bet. Yeah, I bet you're right.
Because it's just skin. It's just a bird's just like a guy, but fucked up shape.
Imagine you're hunting one day, and you shoot a goose out the sky. Or I guess not a goose. You shoot an eagle. You shoot an eagle out of the sky. It's the apocalypse. You're eating an eagle now.
Yeah.
you shoot an eagle out of the sky, and you pluck that eagle before you're cooking it. And on that eagle's fucking breast is a beautiful tattoo of a majestic eagle. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
If they're both eagles, you can't say.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the same eagle. I just think that'd be cool.
Now, here's the thing.
Be like, oh man, this eagle rocks, dude.
If you ever chase down a guy, you know, for whatever reason, or you just meet a guy who's got a tattoo of himself on his chest,
right,
run, because that's a bird.
Eagle. that's an eagle.
that guy was a bird.
Who knows what the fuck he's gonna do?
He may
now.
still be a bird in disguise.
That's a bird with a human body. He doesn't know what's going on.
No.
He's confused. He's trying to eat worms. He can't.
I think
there's only one complex thought he's ever had, and he's like, I want to be a guy. And honestly, it's impressive he got that far with his bird brain.
Yeah,
you know,
that's true. But he's convinced himself he's a man.
Yeah.
And then he got the tattoo, which turned him into a man. That's how it works in the world to come. Is until a tattoo won't make you into something unless you believe it already.
Right, exactly. The tattoo itself isn't magical. It's just kind of like
well, kind of, but
it is kind of, but like what's a good metaphor? It's like, you know,
it's not enough magic to work without your personal magic.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
You know?
So that turn a bird into a guy.
Yeah.
If the bird believes it. It's easier to turn a guy into a bird, though, because it's easier to convince a guy of something.
Right.
Birds are not easily persuaded to believe anything in particular.
They don't have anything.
Birds are hard to convince of anything.
You'd be like, you try to convince a bird to be a guy, and it's just like, so I just become a huge, worse bird? Like, I don't know what that is.
A bird that can't
bird
fly?
that can't fly or something, yeah.
That sounds bad.
There are things other than bird. I'm confused. Explain it from the beginning. It's a real uphill battle.
Birds are obtuse.
They're obtuse.
And
so honestly, which is what makes if you see a guy with himself tattooed on his chest, that makes him all the more terrifying.
Right, because
that's the smartest bird you know. That's a 1 in a million bird.
I might be fucked up on Centennial vibes, but I feel like we've done this bit before too.
I don't know. It's
yeah. Let's check. No, never mind.
Let's do one more.
Let's do one
more for safety.
Yeah.
And then let's call it an evening. I had a fun idea for a Thanksgiving episode.
Yeah.
That I chose not to do for my own health.
What was that?
Where we just start we order a huge bucket of extra crispy KFC chicken thighs of just drumsticks, and then just have like the first 10 minutes of the episode just be us housing it as fast as we can.
That sounds so bad.
I know. Doesn't
that
sound
sounds
awful?
Unpleasant.
That chicken is so wet.
Yeah.
It's fucking sloppy chicken.
I think the problem is that it's a great idea in the sense that
obviously.
I want to eat a dozen chicken legs, but I don't want to eat them fast.
Well, that's part. Well, we're not doing this for fun. We're doing it as an obtuse bit no one will like.
I mean, I do love that idea. I have to say, I kind of adore that idea.
It's too late now.
It's not necessarily. We could pop over to KFC real quick.
We just had Taco Bell.
Yeah,
I had McDonald's for lunch.
I don't want to do it.
Yeah, no, me neither.
No, I would regret it. I would feel bad,
bad
but also that's a very fun idea.
Yeah, no, I thought it would be fun to just start the Thanksgiving episode like that.
And it's a shame because it's not the Thanksgiving episode. It's the Centurion edition.
It could be, but it's also kind of by association.
Okay, fine. Episode. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Will. Okay? Yeah, well, respect for our forefathers and the beautiful union that they made with the natives here.
Yeah.
Their peaceful coexistence.
This fucking guys that got kicked out of their country for being too religiously extreme come over here and are just really nice to the locals.
Yeah. It was fine the whole time.
Yep.
Our next question, Will.
What were the Pilgrims religiously?
Puritan. Yeah, Puritan.
I have to double check that.
No, I'm pretty sure Puritan.
According to historian James Baker, debates over whether, quote, any first Thanksgiving took place on modern American territory are a, quote, tempest in a bean pot. So let's not discuss that.
Okay.
I don't want to get involved in a tempest in a bean pot.
Yeah, that sounds
like something I could get canceled for doing. Apparently there were no potatoes. So that's
crazy. Dude.
That's already illusion shattered.
Up, actually.
And there were no pies.
Point?
It's fucked up.
Stupid.
They probably ate a bunch of fish, eels, and shellfish.
Sucks,
they ate eels.
Ugh.
The first Thanksgiving,
they're just eating exclusively disgusting food. Just like
they were eating eels.
What the fuck were they eating regularly?
And boiled cornmeal.
That was their special little treat. Like. What did they?
What the fuck?
Were they just eating mud the rest of the year?
I don't know. They were Calvinist. They were Puritan Calvinists mostly.
Hey, Chris Dome and William Woodham.
Nihilism, existentialism, and absurdism. I've tried them all and can't decide which I like best. Which silly, meaningless belief system will be the most useful in the world to come? I need to know that I can get used to it mentally before I will become that ideal.
Calvinism.
Puritan Calvinism.
Yeah.
Get thee to a nunnery.
Get the fuck out.
Ending this episode the same way we did last one, which is get thee to a nunnery. Existentialism, absurdism, nihilism, fucking be with God.
Yeah.
Stop saying God is dead because he's very much alive and he's not a fan of that rumor.
Yeah,
you know.
And Calvinism is the correct one.
And Calvinism's the one that was right.
Yep,
we had it right for like fucking 20 years, right at the beginning of this beautiful country, and then we lost the plot.
That Calvin, what a guy.
Right. God specifically doesn't like the state church. You know?
The English state church.
The English state church specifically.
Yeah, he's a Calvinist, separatist, Puritan.
Which is very frustrating to find out that that's right, because it honestly says very little about the nature of the universe. It's like you ask God which religion is real, and he's like, well, not this one. And okay. Great. I mean, I kind of figured, but...
It's... Not the state church. That one's not doing it right. But that doesn't narrow it down at all.
Yeah, it's like,
because really that's not even a religion, it's a government.
It feels like going to heaven and finding out that the true religion was agnosticism.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
That doesn't even make any sense.
Exactly.
All right, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So go be a Calvinist, because I feel like that's a religion that nobody is anymore. Well, and so I'm not being offensive.
Regardless of whether or not this makes sense, it is correct. We don't make the rules. We checked which religion is right, and it was the Calvinists, it turns out.
I wonder if there are Calvinists anymore.
I don't know.
I don't know what a Calvinist is.
Well, good, if there is good news.
They got it.
Fucking got it, dude. You're right.
To all you Calvinists listening right now.
If all you Calvinists listening...
Buckle up those hats.
That's because you were fucking right about the whole thing.
That's right, baby.
Boy, howdy, do I hope that you don't have any gross beliefs. Because if you do, they're right. I wouldn't personally know, and I'm not going to look it up because I would be bummed out to find out if, like, some stuff was bad. But it is the problem.
Buckle up them hats and slurp down your eels.
Yep.
Your God's the only real one. And yep, he also hates gay people.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He's a bad God.
He sucks.
Right there, you know.
Yeah. But, like, unfortunately, it's true. You know, it's not exactly like
it's not good. It's just the truth.
Yeah, we're not saying that gay people are bad. We're saying that God is real and he hates them.
He's a dickhead. Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. He's like a big fucking homophobic
piece
of shit.
Right.
He's just God.
Right.
Which sucks.
He shouldn't be.
Like
he's not like really worthy of the position.
Yeah.
He just lucked out, and we got the short end of the stick on that one.
You know, it's almost as if
that's how
It's almost as if like that actually the idea that like a extra dimensional super being has full control of the universe is very scary, actually.
Yeah.
It is not really a source of comfort if you think about it.
If you listen to the Old Testament, if you read it and you look around, you poke around, you get like a feel for the vibe, a lot of it feels like God is just like one of those. That like that like God is like a type of thing, and we just got a really angry one.
Right, yeah.
And like you just got to deal with it because he created the universe. This one.
Right.
It almost seems more like he showed up.
Right.
You know? Like, some of it just feels like, it's like, a lot of it feels like he's a guy with too much power.
Like, yeah, like he just kind of like found this thing happening.
Yeah.
And
I guess he made it, like he built it, but like also doesn't seem to be very in control and doesn't seem to like that.
You know, it kind of feels like Mormonism is real and God is just some Mormon.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the way that like every Mormon when they die gets to be God of their own universe.
Yeah.
Like that's what's happening. We're in one of those, and ours was kind of a dick when he was alive. Like he was just kind of a mean, angry guy.
Yeah.
You know, but he wore the special underwear, so he still got to be a god.
Maybe that's why that's where Mormonism comes from. They read the Old Testament. They were like, "That's a dude.
That guy. That is a.
That
human
reminds
man.
me of my neighbor
that is an
David.
Angry human man.
Yeah.
Why is this my dad? Like,
and then Joseph Smith or whatever was just like, "Oh my God, I get it. This is my dad.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Thanks, everybody, for listening to Life in the World to Come, part 1 of our centennial 10,000-part extravaganza. 1,000 years of episodes.
Welcome to the new Centennial Era. 100 years.
100,000 years.
100 years rickandmorty.com.
100 years Rick and Morty. You go to adultswim.com and watch Rick and Morty. They got a new voice actor. He's not weird anymore.
Hopefully.
You would hope.
Wouldn't that suck? Just batting 0 for 2.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Both the new Rick and the new Morty.
It just turns out they're both fucking awful people too.
Texting.
It's like the defense against the dark arts position. It's just like
they're all evil. Like they're all either evil or die.
Yeah. Oh.
All right. You can find us on, if you like this, you can support us on Patreon at
patreon.com/rickandmorty.
rickandmorty.com. Adult Swim. You can buy our merch at adultswim.com/merch.
You can buy our merch at rickandmorty.bigcartel.com.
You can fucking support us by going to Dan Harmon's house.
Okay.
And fucking yelling at him.
Yeah.
About whatever.
You know what? I don't want to.
No, do it.
No, we don't have that much of a platform yet, but like yet.
Now I want him to know I exist.
It doesn't take too much.
I want Dan Harmon to know my name, and it's not going to be because I did anything good. So I'm just fucking hacking the system. That man is going to know who the fuck I am, whether I deserve it or not. Our intro and outro music is We Are the Hellhounds by the Taxpayers. You can send us an email at lifeintheworldtocome@gmail.com.
If you want to have ads in our show, rickandmortybiz@gmail.com.
Yeah. Go to Dan Harmon's house and demand that he put ads on our show.
Dude, that would be so fun.
If we could get Rick and Morty on ads on our show.
I would love to get ads for just like a guy. I want to do vanity ads.
We should talk about that. There was a person who wants to do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I keep forgetting to make a contract for them because they wanted a contract. But
Who do they think they're at? Who do they think they're talking to?
Exactly.
Real people?
When they asked if I had a contract and I said I would make one, it was the biggest mistake I've ever made in my whole life.
Yeah, I don't know.
From now on, they do the contracts. You want us to say something, come to us with a contract. That's how it works from now on.
Well, we don't have an ad agency representing us, and I think that like that's usually what you do.
Yeah, I guess
think.
so. Yeah, no, we're just kind of freeballing it out here. We're
trying
wild
whatever.
guns for hire.
Yeah,
we're just like, we're like, you know.
I love that idea. just non-contracted, under the table podcast
podcasters.
Listen,
this illegal podcast.
You didn't hear this from me, but. This episode is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends.
No, but it wouldn't be Raid Shadow Legends.
That's
true.
It
would be like, it would be fucking like.
This episode was brought to you by the guy who sells coke on my corner.
This episode is brought to you by Borchbox. It's a fucking subscription box
where you get bored,
just kind of loose garbage and shit.
I
just
like that.
Spit and stuff. Just like.
I like
for fucking $78 a month, I'll spit in a box and ship it to your fucking house.
I bet you could get a couple bites on that.
I get one or two people.
One or two.
Probably
one or two. $78, couple boxes.
Look, I bet I could get them to give me money a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
It's about not abusing that power, I think, is the thing.
No, it's about abusing it in a sneaky way where they don't notice you're abusing it.
Right, exactly. You know.
Yeah.
Or just like drawing so much attention to the fact that I'm abusing it that it comes off like a bit. And then I have a PS5.
Exactly. Yeah. I love that. That's a great idea. If you go to willwoodandthetapeworms.bigcartel.com, there's a whole bunch of new merch items available, and some of them are going to be gone soon.
There's absolutely no reason why any of the stuff I took off the store should be off the store.
No.
It was all entirely arbitrary.
Yeah, I mean,
it was a trick to get them to buy it.
Well, that's what I was just saying.
Worked. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm going to get rid of some merch items that don't sell very well.
Right, exactly.
It's just I'm going to declutter the space.
Yeah.
If you like the ones that nobody likes, now's your last chance.
Yeah.
To get the ones that you don't want.
I feel bad.
We can cut this.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
I've been thinking, I don't know. I just every now and then I remember the fact that like money that like that when I get money from them, it's not coming from like some like billionaire. You know? That like every dollar I make is a dollar that came from someone else. And I'm like, that's a bad system. Anyway, our intro and outro music is We Are the Hellhounds by the Taxpayers.
I can't believe I fucking got roped into doing a fucking podcast with this commie piece of shit.
I don't like that.
We've been recording for 113 minutes. We're done.
All right.
It's
Goodbye,
almost
everyone.
2 hours. Goodbye.
Bye.